So, in yesterday's class, we have discussed about theories of socialization. So, if we see, we have seen that in divine origin theory, it was said that everything, whatever is happening in the society, it is due to the supernatural power, that is nothing but because of the God, everything has been created and everything is going on in the society. And force theory, we can see that because of some external force, whatever is there in the society is going on. Then we have seen about the patriarchal societies. Patriarchal societies, father is the head of the family, or male is the head of the family. He will be taking the decisions, and inheritance is from the male descent. And matriarchal is regarding female is the head of the family. Inheritance is from the female side. And if you see social contract theory, this social contract theory was explained by different people: Thomas Hobbes, John Locke, Jean Jacques Rousseau, where we have seen that initially there was no rules for existing in the society, but for the well-being and for the security of the individuals in the society, individuals of the society have written rules and made some regulations, norms, mores uh, for the smooth movement of smooth living in this society. One second. We see Thomas Hobbes was born in 1588 and died in 1679. What actually he says regarding this formation of society is, he was of the opinion that society came into being as means of for the protection of the human beings against the consequences of their own nature. Human beings in the state of nature were perpetual conflict with their neighbors. For what did they fight with their neighbors? For sake of property. Right? This we have done yesterday, isn't it? I hope we have done regarding Thomas Hobbes and John Locke.
No, ma'am. When we did?
In yesterday's class, didn't we did?
No, ma'am.
No?
No, no. Evolutionary theory. You said
Okay.
today we are going to start organic theory. You said Herbert Spencer's
Okay,
homework.
so in the social contract theory, I think I have explained this. Okay. So Thomas Hobbes, he says that all these things were written in his book called Leviathan. He said that uh, there should be some sort of mutual agreement. People have decided that there will be some mutual agreement and they have decided to surrender their natural rights into the hands of a few or one with authority to command. This was an agreement which was made uh, by all the individuals of the society. This contract has became binding on the whole community. This will protect them from the evil consequences of their own nature. Human beings organized themselves in the society in order to live in peace with all. In this Leviathan book, they have Thomas Hobbes have written that the state of nature were intolerable and human beings longed for peace. There was no peace because the concept of property came into existence. People were actually fighting to safeguard their property from the other persons. So they have thought that they should they should overcome these conflicts and they should have a loyal relationship with their neighbors. To have these loyal relationships, if they don't want to fight for the property, there should be some contract which should be made so that their property will be secured. Like this, the rules and regulations have emerged in the society. This was told by, according to the Thomas Hobbes, in the book called Leviathan. Then, if we see state of nature universal, where is man is solitary liberty, right? They became united and they have created, that is, the people have created the society by mutual agreement. John Locke, he was born in 1632 and died in 1704. What he says is, according to John Locke, human beings in the state of nature were enjoying an ideal liberty, from free from rules and regulations. There were no rules and regulations which were existing in that society in the primitive days. The state of nature was state of peace, goodwill, mutual assistance, and preservation. But there was no recognized system of law. Hence, for sake of peace, they have made a contract. In order to escape from these conflicts, to gain certain security, human beings made a contract to enter into a civil society, or it can be said as a state. This contract Locke called as social contract. This contract put an end to the state of nature and substituted by civil society. The social contract was no more than a surrender of rights and powers. See, even Locke says the same thing. What he says is, they want to protect their property. They want a secured life. To have a secured life or to protect their property from others, there should be some rules and regulations should be established in the society. For this, they have made some rules to protect and to preserve their property from the other people or from their neighbors in this society. If you see this slide, it shows state of nature, a golden age. That is, the man are free, are equal. Each and every person was equal, but there was uh, when the concept of property came into existence, insecurity process has arisen. Property meant life, liberty, estate. Even life came into threat because of this property aspect. To protect their property, to preserve the order, empowered state to make laws. They have made laws so that they can protect their life and also to protect their property. Then, social contract theory was also explained by Jean Jacques Rousseau. He was born in 1712 and died in 1778. According to him, uh, he is actually a French philosopher. He says that the society was a noble society, it was primitive, where the society was simple, idealistic, and it was very happy with the self sufficient. They were fearless in the ancient days, and everyone was very good people who were living in the primitive ages, according to J.J. Rousseau. It was only uh, primitive instinct and sympathy which united them all. They knew neither right or wrong and were free from all the notions of virtue, of vice. Human beings enjoyed a pure, unsophisticated, innocent life to uh, perfect freedom and equality. But these conditions did not last long. Population increased, reasons was drawn, simplicity and idealness and happiness have disappeared, families were established, institutions of property emerged. Human beings began to think in terms of private ownership. When the private ownership came into existence, we can see that there was a fought among the people. So this has given rise to a civil society. Even J.J. Rousseau also says the same thing, that when the property came into existence, when the equality and happiness of early state was lost, the people started war with the other people. The people started murdering the other persons. There was many conflicts which was existing in the society. To escape these things, people themselves have formed this civil society. Natural freedom gave place to civil freedom by a contract. That is a social contract where multitude of individuals became a collectively united and formed a civil society. There was only one contract which was social as well as political. The individual surrendered herself or himself to the state. Whatever the state is going to take the decisions, what that will be binding on individuals. The body so created was moral and collective body. Rousseau called it as a general will of the individuals. The unique features of the general will was that it represented collective good as distinguished from the private interest of its members. Right? So, if you take collectively, if we take what is social contract only says, according to Thomas Hobbes, or it can be according to John Locke or J.J. Rousseau. What they said is people were initially, they were free, they were very happy. Each and every individual was treated equally when the existence of property was not there. But once the property concept came into existence, people started quarreling with each other. And not only that, the growth of population has increased. The people who were uh, very happy, they started conflicting with each other for various reasons. The people were murdering each other, right? So, according to them, they said that the people who were living during this era, they came together and they have thought that to have a peaceful life, it is very much necessary to form some law and justice in this society. So they have decided that they will make a contract, that whatever the rules are made, are written in the contract, each and every person is going to follow them. So this is how the society system came into existence, and people have started following the rules and also property from the other persons. So this is what about the social contract theory. Yes, hope you have understood. Social contract is by contract, state was formed to guarantee rights, liberties. Sovereign has a legislative power. It was a general will. That is, each and every individual has agreed for that. The will of whole community. It was for the general good. That is, all the people in this community be will be happy and will have to follow the rules to be happy in this society. There is criticism for the social contract theory also. It is not based on the facts. Some people says that whatever the Thomas Hobbes or John Rousseau or John Locke or J.J. Rousseau have said, it is not fact. Individuals precede society is not correct. Organic theory. Organic theory was given by Herbert Spencer. By seeing this slide, did you recollect anything? Have we read anything uh, in previous classes? The same organic theory will be there in this society formation. Any one of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, please.
Yes, it is actually that the society is, I mean, it is similar to how our body functions, our
Yeah.
human body, or
Organism.
yeah, any organism. Like each and every parts of the society, like how the organism parts are connected with each other, same way, each and every parts of the society works together and it is connected to each other.
Yes. Thank you, ma'am. Yes, that's right. Where we have seen this in, where did we study this? Where did we come across?
Evolutionary theory of Herbert Spencer's, ma'am.
Yes, evolutionary theory of Herbert Spencer. And anywhere else? We have done functional perspective. Did we do?
Yes, functional perspective.
Yes. Even in the functional perspective also, we have come across this organic theory. So you are aware of these things. Organic theory is nothing but it is an ancient concept. It is an contract idea which conceives that the society as a biological system or a greater organism. This theory can even be dated back to Plato and Aristotle. Plato compared society and the state to magnified human beings. He divided society into three classes, that is, rulers, warriors, and artisans, based upon three uh, faculties of the human soul, that is, wisdom, courage, and desire. Aristotle drew a comparison between the symmetry of the state and symmetry of the body, firmly held that individual is intrinsic part of the society. And now coming to Herbert Spencer, as our friend has explained, it is saying that he says that there is an always there is a comparison between biological organism and a society. As in the organism, we see that all the organs are interdependent and interconnected with each other. Similarly, in the society also, everything is interconnected and interrelated with each other. Right? Individual cells of the body, society. So this is regarding organic analogy. So with this, we have completed with the theories of formation or origin of society. Then we will be doing with individual and society. The next topic in the unit 2 is individual and society. Individual and society, there is always a interrelationship between individual and society. Interrelationship between individual and society is called as sociology, is mainly concerned with society. Society refers to complicated network of social relationships by which every human being is interconnected with his fellows. Right? When we are in group, we are very happy. When we are interacting with one another, we are very happy. So sociology gives stress on interaction and relationship among the human beings. This relationship and interaction takes up to that of society. Origin of society is as old as man itself. Society is some total of interaction among individuals. When more than one individual live together, mutual relationships develop among them and society is developed. See, we have seen the characteristics of the society. Do you remember? The same characteristics of the society is present in this slide. If you see what actually it is saying is, in the society, you have group of individuals. Where the group of individuals, there should be some sort of interaction should exist in among the individuals. When the interaction is existing between the individuals, they develop a form of mutual relationship. Right? They will understand each other and likeness or dislikeness will develop during the mutual awareness process. Like this also the society is created. This process of mutual relationship and interaction creates among them. What will create among them? When we interact with one another, it will create cooperation where we can see there is a harmony, or sometimes it can also lead to competition, or it can also lead to conflict, and conflict will not exist for a longer period of time. Whenever there is a conflict, either they will compromise or they will accommodate themselves. The problem will be subsided for some time and again it will continue or it can be resolved. Such processes are continuously taking place in the society. The relationship and interaction established around these human activities have created society. Hence, there exists a very close relationship between man and society. Their close relationship may be better understood from the following. Right? So we have seen the famous quote. Who has given this quote? Man is a social animal.
Ma'am, Aristotle.
Yes, thank you. Very good. It's right. Man is a social animal. This was explained by Aristotle. Aristotle said that man is a social animal. What do we mean by man is a social animal? Yes, any one of you? What do we mean by man is a social animal? Because already we have done this.
Yes, ma'am. Generally, human beings, they can live in groups. They cannot live alone. They need a society, a structure to
Yes.
settle down and live.
Yes, that's right.
Thank you.
We see that in the society, mostly we live in groups. When we are in groups, we feel very psychologically, we feel secured, we feel happy, and also we enjoy being with the other individuals in this society. He also says that no individual in this society can live alone. If the person is living alone, he should be either God, or he or she might be a beast. It can be either a God if the person is living alone, or he or she can be a beast. A man is a social animal. He who lives without society is either a beast or a god. And sociability or sociality of man is main reason why man lives in society. Man learns all his social qualities from the society. That is, socialization process will be done in the society itself. The main socialization foundation takes place in the family. So, if we see, Professor Park is right when he says opinions that man is not born human, but he is made human. Hence, there exists a great deal of close relationship between man and society. Both are closely interrelated and interconnected and interdependent on each other. We see that society is necessary for the individuals, and individuals are without individual, society cannot exist. Without society, individual can't exist. Relationship between two is bilateral in nature. But this close relationship between man and the society raises one of the most important question: uh, what sense man is a social animal? Aristotle said that no longer ago that man is a social animal, mainly because of the following reason. See, we will be seeing different examples. These are the different examples which are given by Aristotle, proving that man is a social animal. He says that man is social by nature. Man is a social animal because his nature makes him so. Sociability so sociality is natural instinct. He cannot but live in society. All his human qualities, such as to think, to acquire, to inquire, to learn language, to play, work, only developed in the human society. All this developed through interaction. How did we learn language, or we have learned different activities? We have played different games, or the way we are working today in our uh, companies or in our different workplace. All these things we have learned from the society. All this developed through interaction. Major thing is through the interaction process we have developed these things. One cannot be normal being in isolation. His nature compels him to live with his fellow beings. He cannot afford to live alone, right? Maybe we enjoy being alone for some time, but finally we want people around us so that we can have a secured life. We live in communities, we live in apartments or in villas or in colonies. It is only for sake of having some sort of security, or to develop some sort of good relationship with the other people. To explain this nature of man, famous sociologists like McKeever, K. Davis cited a number of case studies. They have done some research and they have given few case studies to justify the theory of development of man's social nature. In this case, human infants were isolated from all social relationships to make experiments on their social nature. Some of these cases are described below. Right, these are the few cases out of which we can see that it has been proved by these case studies that man is a social animal. First case was the case study of Caspar Hauser. In this case study, uh, it was it was an experiment on the social nature of a man where this child, uh, from the childhood itself, around 17th year, until she has attained 17 years, she was kept in the forest in Germany, and he was discovered in the year 1925. That at that time it was found that it was hard for the person to walk, or he had the mind, and they found that that person has a mind of a infant. He could not that person could not even utter any words. In spite of several training processes, after they have rehabilitated that child from the forest to the uh, society, normal human society, they have seen that they did not find any sort of development in that child. So lack of social life could not make him a social being. There was no social communication which was existing in the forest. So this person was unable to develop any form of uh, interaction, or this person was even unable to walk or talk. Uh, did we discuss about these cases, the case study of Amala and Kamala and the case study of Anna?
No, ma'am. No.
No? Sure? Are you sure?
Yes,
When we
ma'am.
were discussing about man is a social animal, maybe I have explained. I don't remember. Okay, that's fine. See, this is another case study which has proved that when these children, see, all the case studies, whatever is there in this slide, it actually explains that these were different children who were found in the forest, or wantedly they have kept them in the forest, and they have found what type of developments were seen in these children. So if we see the study of Amala and Kamala, these two children were discovered in the wolf's den. Amala was 2 years old and Kamala was of 8 years old. But when these people have found Amala in the forest, they have discovered that Amala was dead. But Kamala was identified as a wolf's child, survived till 1929. He did not behave, she did not behave like a normal individual. She walked. See how this person will walk, how Kamala will walk, or how the Kamala is going to talk.
Like a wolf animal.
Obviously, like a wolf. She has started walking on her forelimbs like a wolf, possessed no language but uttered few wolf like growls, or she was shy, apathetic towards the human being. She was very fearful when she has seen the humans around her. After a proper training, she could able to learn some habits like speech, eating, dressing, which was developed in Kamala, right? If Then the case of Anna. If we see the case of Anna, this was studied by sociologists and also it was studied by psychologists. Anna was illegitimate American child who had been placed in a room at the age of 6 months, only to discover, and she was kept there till she attained 5 years. She was discovered. What will be the changes? What will be her attitude? As you have said, yeah, in case of Kamala, she has behaved like wolf. So how will Anna will react? Or what are the developments of Anna? Anna was kept in a dark room and she was fed at every intervals and no one was around this girl. So what will be the developmental process?
There won't be development, ma'am.
There
No
will be
development.
no development.
No.
How can we,
No.
what type of development can not be found? Do you think it is in the growth of the body?
No speech development.
Yes, there will be no speech development. Very good. There will be no language because this child has not seen any person interacting or communicating with other person. First thing is language is unknown to them. No speech. Then what other things can be found?
Not able to interact with the people.
Yes, are not able to interact with the people. Then in the wolf case, we have seen that what are the things?
Behaving like a animal, not behaving like a human being, walking, crawling.
Yes,
Other sensory organs maybe
they were using how many legs to walk in the wolf case?
4.
4. So what will be the case of Anna?
No walking or something.
No walking. Yes, absolutely
No
right.
movement.
That in the case of Anna, she was unable to walk. She was unable to use her hands or legs. At least in the case of Kamala, she was walking like a wolf. That is, they have used 4 limbs, hands and also legs for walking, or maybe in our words we say it as a crawling. But animals walk with their 4 legs. But in Anna's case, we have seen that the sociologist or the psychologist have seen that there was no people, not even an animal was around this girl. So this girl was unable to stand, even not not speaking about walking is the next thing, but the person at the age of 5 years, she was found that she couldn't even stand on her feet. Absence of speech, unable to walk, right? So and unable to eat because the people were feeding her, so she doesn't know how to eat properly with her own hands. Was totally indifferent to the people around her, but after a careful systematic training, it was found that she quickly learned human qualities. But after a research, maybe all these girls have died. And next, last one is the case of Isabella. In the another case, in this case, in the Isabella's case, she is also a illegitimate child who was locked in a room with a deaf and mute mother by kinsmen. But when she was discovered, she knew no words and made only animal like sounds, and her mind was undeveloped. But after some special and careful education training, she was able to learn human behavior and learn language. Some changes were seen in this girl. right? So from all the above case studies, it has been proved that man is social by nature and born with social nature, and all his social nature only develops in the society. How it will develop in the society? How the social nature in the society will develop? How we become social?
With interaction.
With interaction. Very good. Thank you. Everything has been done through the process of interaction and through the process of social contact. Right? So next, necessity makes man a social animal. So these things we will do in the next class. Hope you have understood. Yes? Any doubts?
Yes, ma'am.
You have understood? So most probably we will be finishing our unit 2 in the next class. We will start with our unit 3. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay then.
Okay.
Bye everyone. Have a nice day.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye.
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 Bye, ma'am.